Hi guys, it's me, Jack, and yes, I've finally done it. It's time for the long-awaited update. Fucking hell, it says it all. When Kingdom Hearts 3 releases before this update. That is how delayed this update is. How's it going, everybody? So real quick, I'm just gonna fire off some of the reasons why I've been gone. I'll keep this short because this is, very personal stuff, and it's stuff that I don't really want to bog you down with. The short of it is basically anxiety, depression, paranoia, and various other technical issues like my PC breaking, my capture device is going to shit, although the 3DS one is fine, thankfully. Initially I was going to go into more detail in another draft of the script that I had, but I want to focus on what you actually want to hear, and to be honest, that stuff is for me to deal with, not really for you to worry yourselves about. All you need to know is that I'm mostly okay, aside from a few rough patches here and there, which are smoothed out pretty easily. Before we get into the channel's future though, I just want to say yes, all my old videos are coming back gradually after this video, because I didn't want to upload them all straight away, because I didn't want to flood your sub boxes with stuff you've already seen before. The only one that's missing is Sonic Heroes, and even then I'm pretty sure that's on my other PC. If it's not, then I will just have to make another one, and that review is going to be even better because it won't have blurry GameCube footage, because I've been working on a few things, getting some better equipment so that I can create the best reviews possible. The videos themselves will remain exactly the same, but one particular edit I need to make in the Shadow review, because I accidentally used fan art without the permission of the artist, and I don't want to get myself into trouble for that. So I'm just gonna have to edit that out. But apart from that, I want the videos to say exactly the same, because I want it to be an accurate representation of my skill level at the time, so that in comparison to now, people can look at those old reviews and go, oh yeah, that he's gotten quite a bit better. Plus, I don't want to rewrite my history, I want to be blunt and honest with people about where I was at the time, so that they can appreciate my new stuff even more, if that makes sense. I'm not lazy, please don't think I'm lazy. Yes, I am. Now, although I don't have a exact date as to when I'm coming back, my estimate, and I will say again, an estimate for when I want to come back, is in May of 2019. I know that might seem like a fairly long way away at this point, but there's a reason for that, and I'm going to get into my reasons, well, now actually. But first, I want to go over some changes that I'm going to make to the channel. The first off, let's get the big one out of the way. Retrospectives are finished. They're done. I'm done with that format. I will continue to cover Sonic the Hedgehog games on the channel, but it will not be in the retrospective format. Retrospectives to me give me very little breathing room. They can be very creatively limiting, because once I commit myself to a retrospective, I'm sort of closing myself off to do other things, and instead video making then becomes a chore, because I feel like I just have to get the other retrospective video out. Like, one of the reasons why the Pokemon retrospective worked so well as it did is because I was actually invested in making Pokemon themed videos. The Pokemon retrospective wasn't something that I felt obligated to do. The Pokemon retrospective was something that I actually really wanted to do. That I think that can be seen in the quality of those videos, because as dated as I feel like they are now, because they're getting on 3 years old now, if you can believe that. As rough around the edges as they are, I do believe that they are some of the best videos on my channel. The absolute best video that I think I've made is the Explorers of Sky one, which was, I haven't told anybody that. I never told Trey this, I never told anybody this, but the Explorers of Sky video was at one point intended to be a big send-off for my channel, because at the time I was getting very exhausted, and then just leave it there. Disappear into the shadows and give yourself a proper climactic video. It wasn't until I met Fish, I did the Metal Gear Solid review, but that wasn't originally intended to happen, and I do feel like I need to apologise to Fish actually, because I wasn't in the best state of mind and I wasn't really truly invested in doing what I was doing, and in some ways I feel like that came across in the video a little bit, because like I could have made borders for it, but I didn't. And yeah, like Fish's work on that video was fantastic. I'm not discrediting him at all. I'm more being critical of myself. So, you know, if you're watching this, my friend, and you probably are, you know, I apologise for that. If we ever work together again in the future, I will be sure to give it my all. I was literally the Solid Snake in that scenario. I got pulled out of retirement to do one last video. It was fun. In place of the retrospectives, I'm going to start doing seasons. So every single video that you've seen up until this point, I'm now considering Jack's Gaming Zone Season 1, or Jack's Game Zone as I'm calling the show now. What I'm working on at the moment is supposedly going to be called Jack's Gaming Zone Season 2. Within each season, I can guarantee you that there's going to be at least one Sonic video, there's going to be at least one Pokemon video, and there's going to be at least one video for 2 other franchises that I'm not going to say yet because that's a surprise. And as for the rest of the videos, I am going to try and dedicate them to... I am going to try and introduce a lot of new franchises, you know, new games to the channel, because, you know, it's not just giving like new viewers something new and interesting to watch if they weren't interested in my channel before. It's also better for me because it keeps things creatively fresh and makes it so that I don't get bored with what I'm doing. Because I'm not gonna lie, guys, I got really fucking tired of Sonic when I was doing the Sonic retrospective. It didn't help that at the time the Sonic fan base was really miserable. The other thing I want to do is make my videos a lot shorter, preferably 15 to 20 minutes depending on the game in question. More time will be allocated to the games that I think need it, like Pokemon MGS for example. I'm going to try and make it a bit more digestible because, and I know this might sound a bit worrisome to people, because I know people view me as a very analytical and in-depth reviewer. I don't see myself that way, but at the same time I've always tried to bring some new talking points to the table with the games I cover, and I still intend on doing that. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by my Spider-Man review, because I think that is one of the best ones that I've written so far, because it's concise and it's got quite a few jokes in there, but it's also in that time is also packed with quite a lot of detail on the game design as well. So that I think you're gonna really enjoy that one, because if we're being honest with ourselves, or if I'm being honest with myself, a lot of the time that I use in my reviews is pretty much just hot air. Not a lot of the time, but there'll be times, like in the Pokemon retrospective, where I'll say stuff like, we've already covered this in a previous video, so I'm not going to explain this again. And I'm just like, well, Jack, if you've already covered this in a previous video, and they're watching a series in which you talk about doing the games one after the other, why did you even need to say that? They know you've covered it. Why? you know what I mean? You know, more substance, less filler. DBZ compared to DBZ Kai, if you will. If you're a DBZ fan, I am. I saw Dragon Ball Super Broly in the theatre. I'm sorry, that movie was incredible. On top of that, shorter videos will just help to improve the quality of the video overall. It will make it more robust. Less to write means just in general tighter scripts, and when it comes to editing, there'll be less visual and auditory mistakes, because I won't have as much to go over and I won't feel as fatigued as I'm watching over it, because in a 15-minute video there is bound to be stuff that slips through the cracks. And as you've seen, because like there'll be times in my older videos where like footage will flash off screen, like not when it's supposed to, or like I'll forget to edit the background out in one scene, and it just looks kind of sloppy. I guess that's one of the reasons why I'm quite proud of the Explosive Sky video, is that I managed to go through that entire video without a single visual screw up. That video is going to be 2 years old this year, what the hell? Like, would you believe me if I said that all my other videos were done in a single draft? Because they were. And I'm pretty sure if you go back to those videos, which you will see them again, because they are coming back, you will see just how much, extra space there is that doesn't need to be there, and I want to get rid of that. I've made a list of things that I want to change, more diversity when it comes to franchise. I don't just want it to become the Sonic and Pokemon show. Like, I love Sonic and Pokemon, I do. They are like two of my, like, not even favourite video game franchises. Sonic and Pokemon are two of my favourite things in general. I fucking love Sonic and Pokemon. But at the same time, like, if I can say anything about this year off that's been absolutely brilliant, is that I have managed to, really expand my horizons in terms of like the kind of games that I play. I beat Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine the other day. I love Puyo Puyo now. Puyo Puyo is fucking amazing. In this past year alone, like, I got into stuff like Mega Man, not just classic either. I got into X, Zero, Legends. I've played Castlevania games, like Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Rondo of Blood, Super Castlevania 4. I'm currently playing through Devil May Cry at the moment. Kingdom Hearts. Jesus Christ, if you've been following me on Twitter, you would know that I've been going through the Kingdom Hearts games in preparation for Kingdom Hearts 3. And while Chain of Memories left me hung out to dry, I did not like Chain of Memories at all. The first game I beat in the summertime, that game was pretty good. Kingdom Hearts 2, fucking sold. I loved Kingdom Hearts 2, and Kingdom Hearts 3 was even better than that. I have played Kingdom Hearts 2, 3. It's still early on, so I'm not going to spoil it for anyone, but I've heard some pretty mixed things about it from the fan base's side of things. I fucking love it. Like, I may not have waited 13 years for it, but it's a really good game, and I can't wait to potentially cover it in the future, because I may or may not be doing Kingdom Hearts videos on this channel. I believe I actually did have a couple of people talk to me asking me, like, would I ever consider doing Kingdom Hearts videos on the channel, and at the time I wasn't a fan. In fact, Kingdom Hearts was probably the last franchise that I would ever see myself get into, because I just thought it was fucking weird at the time. And I still do think that, but I don't see that in a negative light anymore. Would I consider doing videos about it on the channel now? Yeah, possibly. I mean, I really like Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2 is probably my favourite PlayStation 2 game, and Kingdom Hearts 3 is one of my favourite video games in general now. I loved that game. Sorry, who knows? I may or may not do Kingdom Hearts in the future. So, those of you who are fans of that series, keep your fingers crossed. Why May though? Why not just come back straight away guns blazing? Well, I'm not very good at planning, as I've noticed. I kept promising different videos that never came to be, and that's because I didn't plan for them. So with this release date now, and this isn't a concrete release date, if I need to push it back, I'll push it back. But like, I'm aiming for May, not just to push myself, but to have just a better upload schedule in general, because I'm hoping, and this isn't a promise by the way, I'm not promising anything at all, but I'm hoping that by doing this extra preparation, I can theoretically make videos every single week. Not bi-weekly, weekly. So every single episode in the season, like all 15 of them, you just get a video from me every single week. And the way I think I'm going to do that is I want to have at least 5 videos done and prepared before I come back at least. If it were up to me, I would have the whole season done before I come back, but that may or may not be possible depending on how many videos there are. And keep in mind, some of the videos, not all of them, and there are also going to be like bonus videos that I want to work on, because there are quite a few games that are coming out. Team Sonic Racing, Crash Team Racing Remake. I might do Yoshi's Crafted World, because that game looks really good. Like, I wasn't big on Yoshi's Woolly World. Like, it wasn't bad. Like, it's good. It's fundamentally it's good. It just, I don't know, it never grabbed me. But Crafted World, Crafted World looks amazing. The weekly videos thing isn't a promise, but if I can do it, that would be great, because that will not only reinvigorate interest in the channel, but it will also make sure my interest doesn't fall off a cliff. Even then, that's not going into some of the redos I want to do of some of these reviews, because I'm not gonna lie, guys, like, the old videos aren't gonna go anywhere. But a lot of my old videos, some of those games are some of my favourite games of all time. Like Pokemon Black and White, and I used, like, a lot of the footage I supplied at the time wasn't even mine, and I feel like with a game that special, it really should be done, justice. And like, especially stuff like Kid Icarus Uprising, because that was done before I even had a 3DS capture card, and I love Kid Icarus Uprising. That game deserves so much better than what I gave it the first time. So yeah, redo reviews are not going to be part of the seasons that I plan to make. They're just extra stuff that I will do on the side when I get time, if I get time. But like, definitely stuff like Sonic Adventure 2 and Pokemon X and Y, Pokemon Black and White Gen 3, because games like Sonic Adventure 2, my opinion on them has like changed drastically since I last reviewed them, because before, Sonic Adventure 2 was a game that I was just alright on, lukewarm at best. Now Sonic Adventure 2 is in my top 3 Sonic games. Not number 1, because it's not Generations, and I like Sonic 3 and Knuckles better than it, but I go back to Sonic Adventure 2 quite regularly, and it's only when I figured out how that game was designed that it really started to like click with me. And when I get to that game again, I hope to talk about why I like that game so much, and why its design philosophy is so rewarding, because like, I cannot believe that it didn't click with me the first time. But I love it. Love Sonic Adventure 2 now, and that is definitely what, if nothing else, if I don't re-review any other game, if I had a choice of doing one re-review for one game at all, it would probably be Pokemon Black and White. But after that, it would be Sonic Adventure 2, because yeah, in general, I just want my videos to be like a fun, relaxing thing that you watch, because like, there are far too many reviews out there that just want to spread negativity about something because like your favourite reviewer didn't like a game that you like, or liked a game that you didn't like. I just find that petty nowadays. If there's one thing I don't like about my old Pokemon Black and White review, and especially Sonic 06, Jesus Christ, that was embarrassing, is that I had this really shitty attitude. Like, don't get me wrong, I find Gen 1 is annoying, but that doesn't give me an excuse to start whining about it in the middle of what is supposed to be a review of one of my favourite games, because that just seems petty, like, I don't care if people find Sonic Boom to be a worse game than Sonic 06, they're both shit anyway. Like, why was I getting so worked up about that back then? I don't fucking know. I'd like to say it was because I was young, but really, I'm only a couple of years older than I was back then. I was 19 then, I'm almost 21 now, so I'm not that old, although in comparison to some I might be. Like, so your favourite reviewer didn't like a game that you like, get over it. If you enjoy something, just watch it, play it. I like Dragon Ball Super. Loads of people like Dragon Ball Super, but I don't care, because when that show was airing, it got me up every single morning smiling. Not many things at the time could do that. I want to give a big thank you to my buddies over on Discord for welcoming me back after nothing but radio silence after almost a year. Like, seriously guys, thank you. I didn't deserve that, but maybe I'm being too harsh on myself, but I felt like a bit of an asshole for doing that, and you know, it's good to be back. It's nice to have been talking to you again, and a big thank you to you guys, the audience, because the fact that some of you, like, I've had people come to me on Twitter asking me if I was alright, if I was ever going to come back. That means a lot to me, because it means that, you know, people do genuinely care about what I do, and I've been struggling with, you know, self-confidence issues, so thank you. And also, before I forget, a big, massive thank you to my friends. Once again, I mentioned him earlier in the video, but I'm going to mention him again. A Vicious Paradise, who drew my likeness in the thumbnails you have been seeing throughout the video. Thank you very much. I could not have done that without his help, because I'm crap at drawing. I'm absolutely shit at it. But you know, with his help, I was able to make my thumbnail design look a lot more presentable. So definitely go and check his channel out in the description. He uploads fairly regularly, and you know, he's a lot more. Well, I'm not going to say he's a lot more passionate about this stuff than I am, because I'm passionate about this stuff now, but he's a lot more consistent with it, and yeah, definitely go and show him some love. Anyway guys, I've got some work to do, so I'll catch you guys in the next rerun or in May with a new video, so bye bye.